All right, how you doing? My name is Chris. I'm originally from New York City in America. I've been in Thailand for about 19 and a half years. I've been working in my job, doing this type of job or this industry for about 18 and a half years. And the business that I currently run, I've been doing for in about a week. In 1 week will be the 10-year anniversary. I really didn't have a motivation. Before Thailand, I was living and working in Hong Kong. I was working for a camera manufacturer, and my girlfriend at the time, she's Thai, and she was working for a big company in Hong Kong as well, and her contract was up, and she wanted to move back to Thailand. And at the time, my business or the company I worked for, was sort of scaling down operations because at the time, so I worked for a camera manufacturer, and at the time, cameras in phones, digital cameras and cameras in phones were becoming very popular. So it was killing our business. So I decided, I liked living in Asia, but I didn't want to go back to the US. So I wanted to try and find another job somewhere in Asia. I tried in Hong Kong, didn't work. And since my girlfriend at the time was moving back to Thailand, I figured, let me give Thailand a try. It's a developed nation. It's very safe for foreigners. I know other Americans and British people that I worked with in the past that live in Thailand, and they have nothing but positive things to say. So I said, let me give it a shot. And so I came here and got married to my girlfriend, and we started a family, and I started working here. No, there was no challenge moving here. Also, as Americans, we don't get special treatment with visas or being allowed to come here. But at the same time, as an American, you don't need to go to a Thai consulate to get a tourist visa to come here. You can fly here and get a 28-day stamp as you arrive. As long as you aren't blacklisted or there's nothing they have against you, it's very easy to come to Thailand. It's not very easy. So I started my company in June 5th, 2013. And once everything was set up and registered with the government here in Thailand, and the office location was set up, what I tried to do was go to a lot of networking events. A lot of chambers of commerce have nightly networking events, usually at 4 or 5-star hotels. You pay a flat fee to get in, and once you pay the fee, you get access to all the people that are there, visitors and members of the chambers of commerce. Hotel serves, nice food and drinks. And so I did that for a while, but what I found was, at least for my business, it didn't seem to be beneficial because it just seemed like people were more there for a social meeting than really let's do business. For me, at least my personal experience was, it just seemed the only thing related to business was introducing yourself, telling people what you do, handing out your business card, and then moving on to the next person. And then the next day, or the day after, or a week after, there's really no follow-up, even if you initiate the follow-up. Generally, there was two general responses. One is no response, or if they actually do respond to you, they say, yeah, it was nice to meet you, something like that. I'll get back to you if we need your services. So I spent a year or two doing something like that, and it just didn't work for me. Another thing I did after I opened my company in about August or September of 2013, I joined an international business networking group. It's called BNI here in Thailand, and I did that for I'm still part of it. We're not part of the networking group I'm part of is not part of BNI anymore, but we follow some of the same concepts. We meet every Friday morning for a business networking meeting, 7 a.m. at a hotel. Every member inside the networking group is basically a sales representative for you. You stand up and present yourself, what your company is, what it does, the type of sales you're looking for the week, and then everyone else will go out and try to look for sales for you. So that has been beneficial for me. The other way I get client base is the type of business I do is basically word of mouth. I spent a good amount of money doing online marketing, Facebook marketing, Google marketing, Google AdWords, stuff like this. And it just didn't return. There was no return on investment. I've done other things to try to build a client base, but at the end of the day, the number one thing that's really helped me is this Friday networking meeting that I go to, and then the word of mouth from any customers that I had in the past. As far as talent base goes, English teachers in Bangkok are a dime a dozen. You can find an English teacher anywhere. It's not hard. What I've found positive and negative, negative first, is that they're a dime a dozen. You can find them anywhere. Most English teachers here in Bangkok, they're not very serious about teaching English. They're probably teaching English just so they can stay in Thailand with their Thai wife or Thai girlfriend or Thai family. So what I'm looking for is someone who is very serious. They are serious about teaching, and they're serious about improving what they know to teach. The positive would be, because I've been doing this for so long, first working for other companies or other educational institutions, and now that I have my own place, is that I know some teachers from the past that I've worked with, or friends that are teachers that I haven't worked with, but I know their skill, so I can call on them if I need to place a teacher or send somebody to go and do the job. You can tell, part of what I do is, our main service is called Business English. Part of Business English is body language, knowing how to read someone's body language, picking up on words they use or don't use. So when you talk to a teacher, after a few minutes of a conversation with them or a video conference with them, you can kind of tell if they're serious about it or not. You can tell if they are going to do the bare minimum that's required to get paid, or are they going to take the initiative to do more without being told? You can kind of tell that when you interview a teacher. The number one most unprofessional thing I've experienced with if I don't do the teaching myself, using other teachers, is not that they're unprofessional or not that they don't know how to teach. It's that they're kind of lazy and not organized, meaning lots of rescheduling or last minute cancellations or showing up late. This is a big problem. A big international company in Bangkok hires you to train their employees. You can't be calling in sick. You can't be showing up late. They pay, they get. You can't disappear. You can't just take the money and then not show up. And so that's the number one thing I've experienced with using teachers or placing teachers working at companies. Just in general, coming to Thailand, do your homework. Don't talk to one person who lived in Thailand. They gave you one answer to one question, and then you come here just based on that one piece of information you got. Usually in America, if you're in America and you're going to come to Thailand, the Thai embassy website in New York, in Miami, in LA, their websites are pretty up to date, providing information about what you need to do to get here, whether it's related to visas or you need a visa that's not related to working. What documents do you need? What things do you need to do to prepare before you come to Thailand? As an American, it's not hard to get here, and the information resources are pretty good. The Thai embassy website in America is pretty updated. I would say it's easy to follow. Come here as a teacher. I would suggest, before you come here, the first thing you do, if you're set on being a teacher, get a TEFL or a TESOL certification before you come here. No school, no educational institution is going to hire you and get you a work permit at that school if you don't have a bachelor's degree or a TEFL or a TESOL certification. example, I talk to a lot of personal friends of mine in America, and I've been here almost 20 years, and they always ask me the same question: why do you live there? Aren't you afraid? It's dangerous. And I tell them, look, I live in Bangkok. It reminds me of New York City. I lived in Hong Kong before this. It reminds me of Hong Kong. This is not a developing nation. This is a first world nation. Everything you can get in America, you can get here. It's safe for foreigners, or I would say for Americans. It's safe here. In 19 and a half years, I've never once had a problem with a Thai person. I've never once had a problem with the police. I've never once had a problem with the military. Any kind of, nonsense stories people might say about Thailand, oh, be careful because, the police this or the army that. It's not like that. Generally, there's a saying most Americans know: when in Rome, do as the Romans do. That applies here. There are certain things that are cultural norms that are not cultural norms in America. You follow that when you're here, and you won't have a problem. I love spicy food. So Thai food was never a problem for me. There are many Thai dishes I like very, very much. There are some Thai dishes I don't like, not because of the taste, it's just because of the smell. That I'm still, after almost 20 years, not used to the smell of certain Thai dishes. It kind of makes me I don't want to eat it. But I like Thai food very, very much. The beaches, as a kid, I'm from New York. As a kid, anytime my parents, as I was growing up, anytime my father had vacation time or holiday time from work, our vacations or holidays were usually in Miami or Fort Lauderdale. And the beaches in Thailand remind me of being in Miami or Fort Lauderdale. The weather is basically the same. Thai people, when you first approach them, speak to them in English, they're usually a little scared to talk to you. But once their comfort level rises a little bit, usually pretty inviting and helpful. If you're lost and you need some directions, or you need to find a 7-Eleven because you need a drink, never scared to approach a Thai person, or I never have the feeling like, oh, if I talk to this Thai person, will they yell at me or fight with me? I've never had that feeling in almost 20 years. I have a family here. I like that she is experienced two different cultures. At home, we're very American. As soon as she walks out the door to go to school or hang out with friends, everything's Thai. So I like the idea that she has a mix or exposure to more than one culture.